What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about the NFC South, but if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about the NFC South. And personally, I believe that the NFC South right now is wide open. But the Atlanta Falcons are going to have to continue to win games to keep pace with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be a 3-team race to the finish as far as winning this division. Right now, with our Falcons being in the 0-2 hole because we did lose our first two matchups in the NFC South, losing week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and then losing again in week 3 to the Carolina Panthers. We're currently 0-2 in the division. And the Bucs right now in the standings, they're currently 5-1 with their big victory over the 49ers yesterday. And then the Carolina Panthers are sitting at 3-3 with their victory over the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. Our Falcons have a big matchup tonight with the Buffalo Bills. We're currently sitting at 2-2 because we had the early bye. And then the New Orleans Saints is currently sitting at 1-5. So like I mentioned, it looks like right now it's a 3-team race when it comes to the NFC South. But I do believe that this division is wide open. I do believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now are the class of the division. Baker Mayfield is an MVP candidate. He's playing at a very high level. And all of the guys that he has on that roster, Emeka Egbuka's playing really well. The running backs are playing really well with Rashard White coming out of the backfield and Bucky Irvin and those guys. And we know what Todd Bowles and that defense represents for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So right now they're trying to run away with the division with them having a two-game lead on the Panthers, currently a 3-game lead on the Falcons when you talk about the win column. Now, good news is we do have one matchup left against the Bucs, one matchup left against the Panthers, and then 2 matchups against the New Orleans Saints. So we have time to make up that ground. But as I mentioned, the Bucs are playing really, really well. I got to keep it a buck. They're playing really, really well right now. The Carolina Panthers are starting to find their footing as well. I watched the game yesterday with the Panthers and Cowboys, and the Panthers have found an identity. I really feel like they stumbled upon the identity because Chuba Hubbard, their starting running back, went down with an injury 2 weeks ago. And in comes Rico Dowdle, a former starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's run for 200 yards the last 2 weeks. So they found their footing of playing that old school style with the Carolina Panthers and having a good running game and a good defense. And over the last 2 weeks, they have played well. Now, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon as far as saying that the Carolina Panthers are a playoff contender. I think that they still are a team that's fool's gold. When I say that because I'm not a huge believer in Bryce Young. I do believe he was a good college and collegiate quarterback at Alabama, but he struggled in the NFL, and I really feel like they're winning in spite of Bryce Young. I don't believe that Bryce Young is necessarily a bad player. I just think that he's average. But I think that the Carolina Panthers can be had if you can force them to throw the football and take away their running game. Now, that's easier said than done because the Carolina Panthers are playing a last place schedule, I believe, or close to a last game schedule, because I believe they came in either 3rd or 4th in the NFC South last year. I can't remember if it was between them and the Saints, but I know that they're playing an easier schedule because they have either the 3rd or 4th best schedule in our division. But at the end of the day, I really feel like our Atlanta Falcons still have a good chance of winning the division. We just have to focus on winning our games and focusing on our matchups. Don't focus on how far another team is ahead, because last season the Falcons had a huge lead in the NFC South and we end up losing, going on a losing streak and blowing that lead and allowing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to come back and win the division. So it's still early, but it's going to be very important that our Atlanta Falcons win on Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills, which I do give us a huge chance to win that game because we're playing at a high level as well, coming off of that Washington Commanders game, and we've had 2 weeks to prepare for the Buffalo Bills coming off the bye, and this is going to be a home game on Monday Night Football between the Buffalo Bills and our Atlanta Falcons. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on this matchup, coming up with our Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. You guys give me your thoughts on the current rankings and standings of the NFC South. Periodically, I'm going to do these videos where I kind of give my thoughts on the NFC South as a division. But I thought that it was key that I talk about it now because, we're heading into week 6, I believe it is. So, we're almost at the midpoint of the season and teams are starting to shape out and we're starting to see the identity of these teams. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the NFC South pans out. The Saints are at the bottom of the division, but we know that last year us losing that game against the Saints kind of turned the season on its head for our Atlanta Falcons. That was the game that Kirk Cousins got injured in, and we know how crazy that rivalry is between our Falcons and the Saints. So we can't look past anybody in this division at this point. I don't think that the Saints really have a chance at this point of winning the division just based off of how they've played so far. But I think that they can play spoiler and possibly cause one of these teams to lose the division if they were able to steal a game or two from us or from the Buccaneers or from the Panthers. So with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.